Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Stupid is the Norm, the channel where we demonstrate how to become a millionaire in 10 years on minimum wage. And in this video I'm going to explain to you how it is your credit card company knows how you're going to behave and what you're going to do. Credit cards allow you to buy stuff that you can't afford. Let me say that again. Credit cards allow you to buy stuff that you can't afford. Now, if that wasn't enough reason for you not to use them, then here's a few more. Now, we all love a bargain, right? How many people choose to buy stuff higher than its face value? Well, anybody who uses a credit card to buy something and doesn't pay it off in full at the end of the month is doing exactly that. Because you're not just paying the face value of whatever it is you're buying, you're paying the 18% a year or more interest on the card to use their credit facility. I love it when people tell me they've got a cheap holiday from the internet, and I always ask, how do they pay for it? And invariably they say, I paid for it on my credit card. Well, they didn't get it so cheap after all, because they're paying the interest on top as well. And I say to them, so how does it feel when you're lying on your beach there in your sunny clime, wherever it is you're going to, and you now know that you've paid more for the holiday than the person you're lying next to? Or actually they probably didn't, because probably the person they're lying next to paid with their credit card as well. It's the same when you buy a meal and use your credit card. Unless you pay it off in full at the end of the month, you're paying interest on it long after you've even forgotten what it is you bought. Another reason you shouldn't use credit cards is they know what you're thinking. Now, to explain that, I'm going to have to give you a little history lesson. Cards first came into existence in the 1950s. Well, actually it was 1950, and it wasn't a credit card, it was a charge card. Now, the difference between a charge card and a credit card is at the end of the month on a charge card, you have to pay the full amount that you spent that month using the card. And the first company to do so was a company called the Diners Club of America. Now, what they tried to do was, they tried to make as much money in terms of interest from you as possible, and the marketing strategy they used was to take away the pain from the point of purchase. That is to say that it didn't feel like you were buying something. Because it felt like you were getting something for free, you would spend more money. And they'd done lots of research into human behavior and spoke to psychologists, and whilst they told you had to pay the card off in full at the end of the month, they knew that that wasn't going to be the case, and that for a large proportion of people they were not going to pay it off in full, and therefore they will get clobbered for those high interest rates. Now, I fully understand one of the reasons for using a credit card is to get the consumer protection, and that's fine if you're going to pay it off in full at the end of the month. But really, how many people actually do that? Well, if you look at Visa's profits for 2020, you'll find that they made $20.8 billion from people who chose voluntarily to overpay by not paying their card off in full. That's $20.8 billion that people unnecessarily chose to pay for. So here's an idea. Rather than pay for that holiday on your credit card, then pay it off over the next 12 months, why don't you instead save cash over the previous 12 months and then pay for the holiday with cash? Or if you still want that consumer protection, is to save the money in cash, then pay for it on your credit card bill, get the consumer protection, and then pay the bill off in full at the end of the month. Or alternatively, screw the holiday and take the money and instead invest it into an ETF, or save it until such time where you have enough money for the deposit on a property. I said right at the beginning that credit cards allow you to buy stuff you can't afford. If that's the one thing you take away from it, then that's what I want you to take away. They allow you to buy stuff you cannot afford. Don't be stupid and don't be normal, guys.